Today is really exciting for me because not only do I have someone on the show that I've never had on the show before, but we are doing drywall. So I am really excited to share this experience with you because everyone thinks that they're a drywaller. Everyone thinks that they can do mud, but you know what? It's very difficult. So now that all the installation is done, the vapor barrier is done, and all the inspections are done, we are ready to start drywall. So Kenny is here today. I've known him for a few years. He is an amazing drywaller and he makes my work look all that much better. I can't wait to introduce you. Let's go. Kenny, welcome to the show.
Good, how are you?
It's good to have you here, man.
Thanks for having me.
I've never had a drywaller on the show. I've talked about drywall before. Okay. I've done a little tutorial and that kind of stuff, but nothing to the level that you're capable of. We're gonna hang some sheets.
Yeah.
But before we hang some sheets together, let's talk about the layout or what kind of prep work you do before you start throwing sheets on the wall.
Okay. Well, usually I come in and I measure the job. Okay. For ceilings, I try to always run my flats along with whatever window has the most sunlight, just because it's easier to hide the joints.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I take what I need for measurements on the ceiling. If I got to stagger the joints or whatever nomination of sizes I need in order. Drywall comes in 12s, 10s, 9s, and 8s.
Yeah, so I think most homeowners, and they're doing their basement themselves, and I don't want to knock do-it-yourselfers, but I do, because we're professionals, but they go to the store and they buy 8-foot lengths of drywall and they end up with a lot more joints than they would have normally needed.
Yeah, well, if you're a homeowner, if you're somebody who doesn't normally do it, it's a little easier to manage 8-foot sheets than it is 12s.
Right.
I think most homeowners that do it probably do it with their spouse or call their brother over.
Yeah, with a case of beer.
Yeah, it's always a case of beer,
Yeah.
So it's just easier to handle.
I see all your drywalls here. I see you've got some 12-footers. So you always like to use the largest piece possible, right? That's what your plan is.
Yeah, less mudding.
Less mudding.
Yeah. The mudding is probably, I mean, they're both very important, but the mudding is the art.
Yeah.
So, the less you have to hide, then the less problems you have down the road.
Okay. Well, let's go over to the other room and let's get this. All right. I'll help you.
Sounds good. Oh, really?
Anyone can show up with a hammer and build something. It's really hard to build it properly. There's no reason to be left like this. Absolutely none. An experienced contractor never would have done it. Our goal is to add a new addition that looks like it's always been there.
He and his team were the right people for the job.
Excellent preparation makes for exceptional application, right?
That is really cool. This is not gonna make the TV show, I guarantee it. A lot of what happens with contracting happens behind the scenes. It's not always about swinging the hammer. Don't put that on camera.
I understand what you're saying, but the code is the code.
You ruined the tape.
Sorry, actual work going on.
New day, new problems. We've had to shut down the entire site. Trailer got robbed. $12,000 worth of tools got taken.
I learned my lesson and therefore I protect my men and we don't play around with these things.
I'll help you.
Sounds good. Oh, really?
Do you work quicker without the plaid?
Yeah.
These guys are gonna drive me nuts. Steak for dinner tonight.
Steak tonight, nice. I'm looking forward to getting at it. Let's do it.
Just squeeze into this room, Ryan. You might have to suck it in there.
That'll be fine. Thank you.
No problem.
So we're gonna do, I'm not talking about how, So we're talking about this wall here. This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So we have 12-foot sheets.
We do.
Is that more than 12 feet?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to stagger our joints, right?
We will.
Okay, well, let's do it. Let's grab a sheet and throw it up.
Okay, well, we'll take a quick measurement here and find out where 12 falls. Can I get you down at this end?
Yeah, I can hold a tape measure. It's like no one's business.
And our first cut will be at 137 and a half.
Okay. So Kenny,
let's
talk about how we cut drywall. Like I don't see a T-square. Are you gonna eyeball this?
Oh, that just comes with experience.
Really?
Yeah, T-squares are nice if you're doing a cut right in the middle of the sheet.
Yeah.
Usually when we're doing walls and you're working with 12-foot sheets, we just use
the tape measure.
We just go by.
Okay, show me.
I'll show you.
Show us.
So 137 and a half, just right here.
Go ahead, I'll stay out of the other thing. Oh.
Can I get you just to hold that end, Ryan? Oh, look. Okay, so now I'm gonna get you to go in so I can swing out. Yep. We're gonna put the cut edge at the end corner of the wall.
Okay.
Okay. So this one, we're gonna go right up to the wall. We'll butt up to me and go right up to the ceiling.
Okay.
And you should be right halfway on that last stud.
I am, yeah, I'm right on the stud.
Okay, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Just hold it there. Get a couple of screws into it. That's good. All right, I'm coming. Okay, you can let go.
Thanks. So we took a sheet, we cut it so that it's got backing on this side over here. This is pretty standard stuff. Any homeowner could probably do this, right?
You want to have backing behind any joint that you have, yeah.
Yeah, I know that we haven't done the ceiling. Do you prefer doing the ceiling first, or does it?
I prefer doing the ceilings first.
Okay.
Yeah, just because then it's nice to butt the walls up tight to the ceilings. You
Yeah.
don't have any gaps
Okay. All
and
right.
whatnot. So
Yeah, but in this case, I kind of came and made you do it, so that's why we did.
well,
That's
we're doing
fine.
the easy stuff. For now.
Okay. All right. So now we put a couple screws in. How many screws should we be putting in, and what's the spacing that we should be doing for like a typical sheet?
Well, I like to go every 16, like whatever your studs are. So I'll
Right.
screw on every stud around the whole sheet, and then
Yeah.
we say 2 in the field. So I'll do 2 screws. So about every 16.
Kenny, do you have any mud here?
I do. So usually what I like to do, even little trick, if you ever do walls first, you can mark your ceiling strappings
Yeah.
with your screws.
Okay. Oh, that way you know exactly where the backing is.
Yeah, exactly. Then that way when you're doing your ceilings, you're not blind.
So another thing that I noticed that you're using is your drill. Like, let's just talk about the drill for a second, because
Sure.
what's the difference between the drill that I have in my truck to, frame?
Well, this one's specifically for drywall.
Okay.
It comes with a countersinker on it,
Yeah.
so I can gauge the depth of my screws.
Yeah.
I can lock it,
Okay.
and that way it engages
When you push.
when I push a screw in.
Yeah. So that's and you talked about the depth, and we should definitely talk about that, because we're gonna put a little bit of mud on this, since I know you have some mud here, but the screw needs to be,
You want to have it in not far enough that it's going to bust the paper and create a hole, but just enough that it's going to countersink so that you can put some mud in it.
yeah,
Like if you go over with a putty knife, you don't want to hear the tick,
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 tick, tick. We'll do that. We'll show
because then
that.
you got to turn those in, and so you want to countersink them just right. If you do too much, then it's not really holding.
Okay.
Oh, there, I just made my first mistake there. So I like to pull these out right away. Some guys leave them for the tapers, but that's why tapers and drywallers argue. A lot of guys will either do drywall or just taping. I find it very beneficial to do both, because then you know what a good job is and what a bad job is, right?
Yeah.
So it's always knowing the trade before you and the trade
Is
after
after
you
you.
makes you
Yeah.
a better trade,
Yeah.
right?
You're the guy who comes in after the framers and the HVAC and the electrical and the spray foam and all that.
Yeah.
And you're the guy who leaves it for the finishers. You're that in-between guy. You can only do as good as what you were left with from the framers.
And it is true. I mean, problems do roll downhill in some cases. Like if the framing's not square, I can't do much about it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can cut the drywalls to make it fit as tight as I can, but we just try to make it disappear with the mudding so
Yeah.
that you don't see it.
And that is the art.
Yeah.
If you can mud, and when we have young staff working for us and I'm training them, because we do a lot of service calls, right? Like, I don't call you in for a service call unless it's really bad, but I don't call you in for a service call. We get my staff to do it. I tell them, you have to be mudding and fixing drywall repair is really important for the business.
It is. It's an art. I mean, some of the best work is the work you don't see.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
if you walk in and you see every square of every sheet in your house after it's been painted, then your mudding wasn't done very well.
I want to simulate a nail pop. How are you going to fix a nail pop? Because nail pops, they don't happen now. They happen a year from now, after a season, after all the wood here is dried and all
after
that
everything
stuff.
dries and twists.
I know you got some mud. Let's throw another sheet up and let's get
Okay.
some mud and
All
we'll
right.
do a little mixing.
Well, we'll do one more just like this,
Yeah.
but this time we'll start from this end and put the joint over here.
Okay, cool. We're gonna have
So-
to cut the height this time too, though, no?
Yeah, I don't think we're quite at 48, so we're at 42 and a half, and that'll leave a little gap at the bottom just so we're not struggling with it.
Okay, go for it.
All right, so maybe I'll get you to hold my tape at that end. And we'll do the exact same thing as we did this way. So, almost 12, 1 inch shy. See the framers.
Yeah. I'll let Dustin know.
129 3/4.
Okay.
So this one, because I got to cut a strip off the bottom,
Yeah. Are you gonna cut it off?
let's bring it in a bit, and then we'll flip it so I can cut the strip off the bottom, and then we'll flip it back.
Okay.
Don't worry, I won't get your fingers.
I've played this game before, Kenny.
So we're gonna do that.
So look at where you put your knife blade. You put your knife blade right inside there, or no? Oh, you don't. You hold it just holding this together. Got it. Sometimes you have that gap, and people will put the knife blade right in the gap. But
Yeah, no, I just hold it, and then we just try to do the same cut.
clearly your first time.
And then I'll come around this side and I'll just score this. I'll get you to hold this end,
Yep.
because that's gonna fall. Score the back side of it.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. There we go. We can just set that on the floor. And now we'll flip this sheet one more time. We'll mark that outlet. So outlets are usually always from like 14 inches off the ground. Like I usually.
You're trusting Max? That it's
I
14?
usually, well, they're usually about,
I gotta tell you, my son did the roughing here,
so 14. If you go just above 14, you'll always be right in
right in the center.
the box. And then I just mark it on whatever side of the stud.
Okay, makes total sense.
And then at the end, we go around and zip
it
them
up.
out.
Yeah,
Yep.
I gotta go in first, I think.
Yep. So just tight to the wall. And then you've got that end, so you can
Yep.
pull your end up tight.
Yep, that's it.
Tight to the joint.
That's
How are
it.
you? You're
That's
good?
it.
All right, we're looking good down here. You gotta hold it this time.
I held it last time.
You gotta use your muscles.
Well, I can't pull up anymore.
Oh, that's perfect, you can let go. So I will skip this area for screwing because I know I have a plug right here.
Okay,
So I don't want to put it too tight to the wall
okay.
until I get that cut out. Some people like to draw lines down so they can get all their backing. It looks a little easier than it is to always hit your studs. But when I price a job, that's what you're paying for, experience.
So let's put this piece in,
Okay.
and then let's talk about mud, and let's just mud this one joint so we can show, and then I know your team is here, and you can do this a lot faster without me and the cameras here. So we'll do that, we'll talk about mud, and then it'll be done.
Okay. So yeah, normally we put up all of our big pieces. Normally we wait till the end because off like all sheets you're cutting pieces off.
Right,
So then you use your scraps, whatever
For
ones
these
that
small
fit in
pieces.
these spots.
Yeah.
So we'll just, we'll go ahead and we'll put this one in, which is 25.5 by 42.5. We'll go again just to, actually maybe we'll go a little bit bigger because the floor is, we'll go 43.
Okay.
43 by 25.5. You want to come grab an 8 with me? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go get an 8. Come with us.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, this will be great. My labor is going to love you.
Hey, we're gonna grab those 8s.
We're gonna grab
something.
1 8 out of here, Kyle. Usually we bring in the truck and they boom it right up through the window, but these windows are pretty tiny, so.
They are, yeah. And I, had I known, like I didn't know, I would have boomed it in for you before I put the window in.
That would have been nice,
Yeah.
Well,
So,
always in hindsight.
yeah, we didn't know.
So it's a little tricky to get it up here, but I think we'll manage fine. You're okay?
Yeah.
Just watch your ceiling here. You might have to keep your end a little low. 12s were not as easy. You okay?
Yeah. I'm out of breath.
It's not as easy, eh?
It's not as easy as it looks.
The reason I flip it when I cut is because I always like to leave factory edge on factory edge. I don't like to put my cut pieces together because they don't go in tight sometimes. As you'll see here. There we go, perfect. Just perfect.
Like it's perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
This is why framing is so important, so that it's perfect.
See, and your joints are nice and tight.
Yeah.
Let me put a few. Oh, edit that one out.
Let's mud. Let's mud this
Okay.
joint. Do you have any tape?
I do.
Yeah. So
I do.
let's do this for the viewer, and then I know your team wants to just bang this out, so let's just do this. And,
Okay. Well, give me a few minutes. I'll grab what I need and
okay.
come
Easy.
on off.
I'll clean up. I'm good at that. Turn it off. You're wasting film. This is light all-purpose mud. You buy it in the box, but there's a lot of different types. Why'd you choose this for this?
A lot of it is taper's preference.
Okay.
What people like to use.
Okay.
I like the lighter, fluffier, all-purpose, just because then I can order it all at once.
Okay. Does the low dust stuff actually work?
Yeah, it's drywall. There's always dust.
I always say that I'm in the dust.
I mean,
business.
it does flake to the floor a little more, but it still lingers through the air.
Okay. What about quick dry products or hot mud?
I mean, it's nice to put in for strength. It's nice to, I use it mostly for repairs. Something
Okay.
where if it's a small job and I can go in and do a couple of coats in one day,
Yeah,
excuse me, then I'll use it then. But for bigger jobs, I just use a regular mud from one day to the next. If your heat is sufficient or it's
It'll
nice
dry.
outside, then it'll dry. So I normally put it into a bucket and mix it, but because we're not really at
yeah.
the stage yet, we'll just do a quick course on mudding. For taping, we usually mix a little more water with it.
Okay.
And the reason we do that is because the more water that evaporates out of it, the more it'll suck into the wall. It'll shrink it.
Right.
So when I do second and third coat, I don't add any water because I don't want it to shrink.
Okay.
So before I start mudding, I usually go around, peel off any loose paper. Just try to peel it in towards the joint so you're not ripping the whole paper off the sheet. I mean, just any spot you see it looks loose. What we'll do is we'll put some mud on it. You can find the joint with your thumb. If you push in, you can feel it. You want to get that tape right in the center of your joint. And you don't want to push super hard, just enough to squeeze out some of that mud and make it nice as you can. And that's usually what we do for butts. And then we move on to the flats. We'll just do a section of it, just to give you an idea. It's important to have, you want to have enough mud behind your tape, because if you don't, your tape will bubble. The taping is the most important part. If you don't have mud behind the tape, it'll bubble, and it doesn't matter how much mud you put on top of that, you're not going to fix it. Just make sure it's behind there, and don't push too hard. So just like a medium. We'll clean it up a bit.
So what's important here is you haven't piled it on as thick as you can.
No.
You put it on quite thin. There's no big ridge that you need to deal with the next time that you start mudding. I think a lot of homeowners, they make the mistake of let's get the mud on, let's put it on thick.
Yeah, mudding's a process. I mean, it takes, even professionals need to do tape coat, second coat, third coat.
Yeah.
Sometimes things are bad, like some joints are lumpy where they require a fourth coat. I think you're better off putting it on thinner until it feels nice and smooth and flat than you are to try to just put it on thick and do it perfect in one coat, because it won't happen.
Cool.
Because then you do a lot of sanding and it's just not.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Sanding's the dusty part.
Yeah, and you buy the product, you put it on, then you sand it off. It makes no sense.
Well,
You know,
and the sanding's the worst part. So the
100%.
less sanding, the better.
Yeah. So how would you tackle your screws?
So the screws, you just, I make sure they're all in. I like to, and then, I mean, I just do a screw. Make sure your ends are in. You just fill a lot better.
How smooth that goes on.
And this is where it comes in with the whole drill and the countersinker. Is if they're sticking out, then you're gonna hear the tick tick.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you gotta go around turning them all in.
Okay, before you do here, let's take this screw here.
Okay.
And let's say a year has gone by and there's a nice screw pop here.
Okay.
How would you fix it? Would you put more screws in? Would you take the screw out? What would you do?
Yeah, I would usually just take a screwdriver, pull the screw out, move it up a couple inches and put it back in and just sink it in enough that you can put mud on it like this.
Right, and then just touch it up.
And then that's it.
Yeah. So you don't have to hit it with a hammer.
No, that's the worst thing you can do because now you're just making a big hole. You're crushing the drywall and you're better off just to pull it out, put it in.
Cool. Thanks for coming today. This was awesome. I will let your team do this. We'll get some shots of it done, but I'm really excited because when you're here, by the time that I get it back, it's paint, flooring, and trim, and I'm all done.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Well, that's the idea. Right on. You're welcome, Ryan. Thanks a lot, guys.